As Nigeria's financial landscape continues to evolve, the need for real-time accurate currency data becomes crucial. But what is the meaning of currency transparency in the Nigeria's financial markets? Welcome to another episode of the LCFE Market Plus. My name is Joy Osamudeme. Welcome back. This is LCFE Market Plus. Now discussing currency transparency for the Nigerian commodities market is the Chief Technology Officer of the Lagos Commodities and Futures Exchange, Innocent Oga. Thank you so much for being on set with me.
Thank you for having me.
And you're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about currency transparency in the Nigerian commodities market. Now, what is it like? How is the transparency like? Do you think it's transparent enough? What's the need for us to have currency transparency in commodities markets?
So thanks for the question. To make sure that we can bridge the gap between those that are trying to do commodities in Nigeria and then they're coming from other countries, we want to have a system where it's easier for them to know the value of the currency when they're moving into Nigeria without having to check the parallel market. So the parallel market is a huge determinant for the current currency market we have in Nigeria, but we're trying to ensure that we don't lift currency for the parallel market. So we want to regulate it. We want to have a more robust and focused system where people know that they're coming with this currency to the country and they want to convert into Naira and then work with the farmers or work with the exchange. It will be easier for them. They can check the exact value at any time. So that's one of the things. Right now, transparency, with our system, you get transparency 100%. You get the exact value for each day and you can see the trends of the values.
Now let's narrow this discussion down. There is this new way. It's called the LCFE Currency Converter. That is a new feature on the website right now. Now, what inspired you to build this website what inspired the currency converter?
Right now, we're looking to encourage a lot of FX into the country. And we also want to ensure that we have diasporas investing in agriculture and the commodities in Nigeria. Commodity is a huge determinant of our economy. We want to make sure we're on the forefront of it, and then we're taking everybody along. So for us, the drive was making sure that we have collaborations between farmers and then the exchange and then our investors that are trying to work with us, making it easier for them. So we want to build a system where it's easier. You can come in with any currency you have, and then you can convert in Naira, and then you can trade locally with the farmers that we have. So I think that's one of the biggest drive that we have.
Now, this currency converter, how does it create trust for the investors and farmers and other partners of the commodities market alike?
For us, being regulators, we try to ensure that we have a very good system in place whereby there are no conflicting values for investors and also farmers. Because once you go on the net, on the web, there's a lot of values that come every day. People manipulate values to suit their own purpose. So we want to make sure that we're giving precise data to the investors and also to the farmers to make sure that we have trust between both of them. So we regulators that are making sure the investors bring in the money and also giving the investors the platform to check the exact current value that's been updated, because it's updated every hour. With the system, it rolls every hour on the update. So within those periods, it gives the investors that, okay, if I want to invest in Nigeria, if I want to invest in this farmer to work with through the Lagos Commodities and Futures Exchange, this is the value that my money has at that point. So those data are very, very, very crucial for the investors and also for other stakeholders also in place to make sure that they have a trust between both of them and to be able to continue engagement and also attract funds.
Talking about local and international trades, how will this tool aid local businesses in international trades?
For local businesses that are looking to export some of their products outside the country, I think it makes it easier for them to know the exact value that they would get once they're doing that. So at a point, they would have to have taken in cognizance of all of the operational cost and the expenditures in between, and during the conversion rate, they know, okay, this is what I would be left with if I decide to sell to this country. So at that point, it gives the local business accurate data and consistent data also to be able to continue doing business. And also for the international market that's coming in, it makes it easier for them to come into the country without having conflicting values of the currencies that they're bringing into the country. So if we're trying to bring in FX, we should create we're creating the platform to ensure that the parallel markets are not determining the values of the currencies that are coming into the market. So we would make it easier for investors to see the transparency in it, and also to know what they are coming in with and what would be the real value that it will give to
Now,
them.
I understand that this tool is basically a currency converting tool, right?
Yeah.
But is there a plan to, expand the functionality of this tool in the future?
Yes, that's a lot of plan that we're looking at to expand it. So right now, in what we have in the open market or what we have on the internet now, we really don't have public organizations that have a platform such as this. So we're looking at making sure that we can collaborate with them in the future and work with a lot of the stakeholders that are controlling the currency. Ministry of Finance, we have a conversation with APCON and have a handshake with them. So it's easier for us to change the narrative that Nigerians come into the country and then they can just go to maybe one of the streets in Nigeria and then they give them ridiculous prices and ridiculous values just to suit the purpose of the parallel market. And this will also ensure that in the future, it is easier for you to trade those currencies that you're bringing into the country with the value that you're getting out of it. So if you're bringing the currency into the country and then you're changing it into the local currency, which is the Naira, it gives you what your projection of what would be the data and the value that you would get for those currencies. I think that's one of those things. So handshakes in the future with stakeholders that are controlling the currency market is what we're looking out for, and to also enable individuals and then stakeholders to trade those currencies.
Now, does this currency converter, encapsulate all the currencies of the world, or is it just some currencies?
No, it covers all of the currencies in the world.
Oh.
Yes, right now it covers all of the currencies that were in the world, and it makes it easier for us. If we build a platform, when we were building the platform, the consideration was we're not putting a barrier, we're not putting any borderline and currency. We're not trying to pick the first 10 or the first 20. We made it open so it can cover for all the currencies in the world. And
now, I want you to tell our viewers, give us a step-by-step guide on how to use the currency converter on the platform.
Okay. So on the LCFE website, at the top on the left, we have where you indicate the digital platforms. If you click on it, it shows the currency converter below. You can click on it and then it takes you to a page for the currency converter. You put in the values that you want to change and then you select the currency, and ultimately you can tweak between the currency. Let's say, for example, you select the US dollar and then the Naira. It gives you the exact value. You can just toggle between it. It has an arrow that you can toggle, and then it shows you the reverse value for it. And then there's a trend map below that you can show for months, what has the currency been doing within the month, for weeks, and also for days. So it makes it easier for you to know the projection that the currency has moved within those periods. I think that's one of the things. But the URL for the currency converter, direct URL is the currencyconverter.lcfe.ng. And that's the best way to access.
All right, thank you very much. I love this tool, I must confess. Okay, so let's take a short break. When we come back, the show continues. Don't go anywhere. Navigating the global markets just got easier with the LCFE currency converter. Designed for traders, investors, and everyday users, our currency converter provides real-time exchange rates for major global currencies around the world. The new feature on our website ensures you have accurate and up-to-date information about global currencies at your fingertips. Using it is simple. First, log on to lcfe.ng. The currency converter feature is on the navigation bar. Select your desired currency pair. Instantly view the buying, central, and selling rates of any currency around the world. So whether you are trading commodities, planning international transactions, or just curious about exchange rates, the LCFE currency converter empowers you with the up-to-date currency rates you'll need. Let's make it easy for you. Welcome back. It's been a great time discussing the currency converter feature on the LCFE platform. And that's all we can take on today's episode of LCFE Market Plus. Till I come your way, same time, follow us on all our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, turn on your notifications button. Why? So you will always get updates whenever we post anything on the platform. Do have a great week. Bye for now.